What's up, folks? I'm Zen Madman. Welcome to my new Hand of the Day series, creatively titled NL200 3-bet pots, where we're gonna, yeah, you guessed it, look at 3-bet pots that I play at NL200. I'm gonna bang one of these out every single day for the next little bit of time, so it'd be great if you could mash the like and subscribe buttons and share these videos with your poker friends so we can grow the channel and I can make much more stuff like this for you. Let's look at the hand. I've got 7-6 of hearts in the big blind. It folds to the hijack, who's gonna open raise. It folds to me, and these suited connectors make really good 3-bets from the big blind. I think I was 3-betting this 100% frequency, but probably about 50% is right. Anyway, I bang it up to 18, that's 4x their raise. I could go a little bigger, they call. We take a flop. 9-5 deuce with 2 hearts. The flop is clearly huge for my hand with a gut shot and a flush draw. I have excellent equity against my opponent's range, good implied odds, but 7 high is never the best hand. This flop is also decent for my range as I have the overpair advantage. My suited connectors hit the flop somewhat. My opponent's range shouldn't hit this board all that much, but they could have all the sets with bottom set somewhat discounted. I don't think I'm betting all my hands on this flop, so I go with a half pot sizing, which I expect my overpairs will enjoy as the flop is very dynamic, and strong draws should also do fine for this size. I turn the nuts, which is always fun, at least until the river. And I fail to think about my range before betting roughly 2/3 pot. Betting the nuts is never going to be minus EV, but I don't think this card is great for my range. My opponent is going to have hands like pocket 8s and 9-8 suited, and very few bluffs of mine will have improved on this card. So I think checking to protect my range has some merit, especially with the uber nuts, since I don't have to fear a heart the same way I would if I had like 7-6 of spades, for example. My opponent calls, and the river is the ugly 9 of spades. My first decision is whether my hand is still good enough to get the rest of the chips in. I no longer hold the nuts as I lose to boats now, but a boat is fairly unlikely. There is exactly one combination of 9-8 suited to go with the 10 pocket pairs that make boats or quads. On a board this dynamic, I think my opponent raises the flop or turn at some frequency with all those hands, so I'm not too concerned. If I lose to a boat, so be it. There are still plenty of hands that I beat. Now that I've decided my hand is worth the rest of the chips, my second decision is how to go about getting them in. The upside of checking is letting my opponent bluff off their missed flush draws. That would be marginally more attractive if I didn't have 2 hearts in my hand, as I block hands like ace-7, ace-6, 8-7, and 6-5 of hearts. Those probably don't all bluff anyway, as a couple of them have a pair, so I'm not sure that's a big consideration. There are 10 combinations of overcard hearts, though that includes ace-king and ace-queen suited, which may 4-bet pre-flop. Hands like ace-9 suited and 10-9 suited will both bet and call a bet, so they don't factor into the calculation too much. Pocket queens, jacks, and 10s are 18 combinations, which may call a jam, but check back if I check. Queens might 4-bet pre-flop or bet the river when checked too, so I'm mostly looking at 12 combos of pocket jacks and 10s. Throw in the occasional hero call with ace-5 or pocket 4s, and I think jamming still looks good. So I go ahead and do that, and my opponent tanks and makes the fold. After analyzing the hand, I'm reasonably happy with my play. I should have considered checking the turn with my straight, especially this one that also has a flush draw. I do win the $160 pot to console me for my questionable turn bet. So anyway, let me know what you think of the hand. Hit me in the comments below. Also, like, subscribe, super helpful, and I'll see you next time. Peace.